Okay, so we come back by now for the second objective. So after introducing the insurance basics, so what are some key terms and also what are the things you need to consider? And now we introduce about the life insurance. So as we mentioned before, what are the primary purpose? So is we look at anyone depend on your income, okay? If someone have the financial losses related to your death, that means you need to buy the life insurance. And what are the potential use of the benefits? Okay, that means the sum insured, 即係我哋嗰筆保險金啦。Okay, so what is the potential use for that? So someone buy the life insurance that in case, okay, the insured die, the money can be used to pay for the mortgage or debt. That means that for the big amount of the debt will not fall into the spouse, okay? They will not lose the shelter。即係話咧，可能個一家之主即係不幸過身嘅時候，佢啲仔女都老婆會冇屋住。Okay, so that used to pay off the mortgage. And then the money can be used, okay, the endowment, okay, endowment 其實另外一個意思係儲蓄一筆錢嘅啫 okay, for the children, okay, as the education fund, okay, so maybe you have $1 million that can be used, okay, for the children's, okay, for the living expenses and the education fee. And then for the some educations as well as the living expenses, the income. So the second and third point are quite similar. Or someone buy the insurance company is they want to support the some charity organizations. Okay, so if I die, I really want to have some money. Okay, for some like children hospital, etc. Any donations for that? And also, as we mentioned, some of the life insurance, they have the saving elements, okay? So can be used as the retirement income as well and help to accumulate the saving and provide some incomes, okay, for the spouse, for the survivors. And then it helped to set the estate plan. And also because for the estate 我哋叫做一啲嘅遺產 okay, so for someone die, so for the dependent actually cannot get the estate immediately， 即係話就算即係有一個有錢嘅老人家係咪啊？佢有3棟嘅物業，到佢過咗身嘅時候都啲即係仔女啊或者個 spouse 即時攞唔到 ，OK， 佢所有嗰啲嘅即係遺產住嘅，需要時間嘅。So properly, okay, some of the country they require to pay the estate tax。好多國家亦都係咧，當你遺產轉移，你需要俾咗遺產稅先攞到啲遺產嘅，或者你攞到嘅遺產嘅時候，你冇嚟即刻賣佢，咁啲遺產稅點俾咧 ？Okay, so that is for the insurance, life insurance, the help on that purpose. Immediately, okay, if the insured die, the beneficiary receive the money, so the money actually immediately can pay off. Okay, for any estate and give the tax. And what is the amount of the life insurance that someone need to buy? So there are different methods. The one we call the easy methods is assume a typical family, okay? So like the working adults with children, okay? So they try to estimate around 7% of 70%, okay? For 7 years of the salary， 咁呢一個我哋叫 magic 7啦 ，OK， 記住個7字就係乜嘢咧？7年嘅人工乘翻咩啊？呢一個嘅70%。So if for example for the monthly salary is like $30,000， 如果你個月係月薪呢一個嘅3萬蚊嘅時候，咁即係買嘅額係幾多咧 ？OK, sum insured that you need to buy based on the easy method that will be 30,000 times 乘乜嘢啊？乘幾多啊？7啦 ，7 years, OK, and times 12 months times 7 years. Okay, maybe I write 12 months first, maybe better, more easy to understand. 12 months, okay, that's 1 year annual the salary, and then times 7. Okay, so this is 7-year salary and then times 0.7 or 70%. Okay, so this is the amount that use the easy methods to calculate the sum insured， 即係嗰個嘅買個保額究竟係幾多啦。And the second method we call the dual income no kid. Okay, easy methods for some typical family, they have children. And then for the no kid, that is you just make sure if I die, I will not pass my debt to my spouse. I will take care of all my after death expenses like the funeral expenses. So I try to consider, okay, if I die, what is the funeral expenses? So for example, funeral expenses, which is like 0.2 million. And then for example, my spouse and I have a loan like $1 million. OK， 我哋共同借咗嘅錢係100萬嘅。OK， 咁即係如果我唔喺度，基本上有幾多錢嘅債務係我要負責㗎？50萬係咪啊？ So that will be half of the 0.1 the $1 million. So this is the way try to calculate the sum insured. Okay, this is the second method. We call the dual income no kid methods, which is you try to look at for the funeral expenses and what is the debt. Okay, so you and your spouse owes. And the third method we call the family needs methods. So this one is comprehensive methods that require for the professional advisor that give a detailed worksheet to look at for what is your specific cash needs, what are the income you have after you die, and then try to have a detailed analysis what is the amount of money you need to buy for the insurance. 咁而 family needs 就係逐項咧去睇返，究竟當如果你唔喺度嘅時候，有啲乜嘢現金嘅需要，有啲乜嘢嘅現金嘅收入你會收到，然後去計算返當你唔喺度嘅時候，究竟需要幾大嘅 protections 啦 ？OK， so that third one we just call a really comprehensive is a needs approach. OK， so that will have a detailed worksheet to work step by steps. Okay, what are the cash needs, what are the cash income, and actual what is the amount of money that require as the protections. And then another objective is try to look at two main types of the insurance company. So for the company that we call the stock life insurance company, that means that for the insurance company is owned by the shareholders. So they try to sell the insurance product. We call they are selling the long-par policy, long participating company. 即係咩咧？叫做非分紅嘅保單，即係唔分紅，即係間公司基本上賺錢咧，唔關啲保單持有人士嘅。So they are just selling the insurance product. That the features is the premium, okay, of that insurance product, okay, like the life insurance is relatively low, and then people choose the this policy because they pay the same premium at a lower premium each years. And then the second type of the insurance company called the mutual life insurance company. So for this type of company is that company is owned by the policy holder. 咁即係話其實間公司嘅擁有權咧，就係其實當你買份保單，其實算做咧投資咗喺間公司入邊嘅。Okay, so it's owned by the policy holder, and what they are selling is the par policy, participating policy. 我哋為之分紅嘅保單。Okay, so the price for that policy, the life insurance will be higher. And part of the premium actually is refunded to the policyholder annually in the form of policy dividends. So for price, okay, of the policy, what is trying to reflect is whether for the companies, okay, the experience, whether they have a good investment return, and also for the health of the policyholder, and also the general operating costs to determine the premium charged on that policy. And also, if the company is profitable, they will try to distribute part of the profit as the dividends to the policy holder。咁而分紅嘅保單咧，就係當間公司保險公司點樣賺到錢啊？即係話佢個投資嘅利潤好啦，其實佢攞晒咁多嘅錢嚟都係做投資嘅啫嘛，係咪啊？咁如果投資嘅回報好，或者係咩啊？1000人佢諗住咧有500% 嘅人咧會 claim 錢，最後得1% 嘅人 claim 錢，咁咪有錢剩咯。有錢剩咪分紅翻俾啲保單持有人咯。So this is how it works, okay, for the we call the participating policy. So for the premium charge, 咁亦都係啦。咁究竟個保費係又衡量點樣去衡量收幾多保費咧？幾多錢咧？係咪啊？究竟個投資嘅回報究竟係點啦 ？OK， 究竟嗰啲嘅即係保單持有人嘅健康狀況啊、年齡啊各方面，同埋佢個營運嘅開支啦。OK， so that basically this is the reason the factors determine the price. And then we try to look at two basic types of the policy available in Hong Kong. We call the life insurance is divided into term life and whole life. So what is meant by term life policy? That pays a lump sum upon your death and it occur within a fixed period of time. 即係乜嘢叫做 term 我哋叫定期壽險，定期壽險。So if I buy the term insurance, for example, at 5 years, okay, with the sum insured of $1 million. So within these 5 years, if I die, okay, I will get the lump sum amount for that. 咩叫做 lump sum 咧 ？lump sum 即係一筆過 ，OK。我買嗰個保額係100萬嘅話，如果我買呢一份定期壽險係一份5年嘅定期壽險嘅話，如果呢5年之間 ，OK， 我係過身嘅話 ，OK， 咁我嘅受益人咧就會一筆過收到100萬。OK，so this is term life insurance. And then what happened after 5 years? OK，so if the insurance policy allow a renewability that I can renew the policy, but this is the options. It's not a guarantee. Okay, some of the term life insurance maybe they don't allow you to renew. Okay, it depends. Okay, on the insurance company, but normally they have the functions that allow for the renewability. And also, what is the differences between the term life and whole life? Term life is provide a temporary protections, and also, okay, as we mentioned before, what is the average, okay, age of the male and female? 但係我哋知道咧，一般人啦 ，OK， 平均嘅人嘅壽命大概幾多歲啊？男同埋女咩字頭啊？知唔知？8字頭嘅 ，OK， 男我唔記得應該係83，女性嘅大概88。OK，this is the average age. Okay, and for term life insurance, they just allow the people, the insured until age 75. Okay， 即係基本上咧買親 term 嘅人咧，10個咧起碼咧有700個咧都唔會 claim 到錢㗎啦，因為我哋嘅壽命一般都過80嘅話，其實就claim 唔到嘅。Okay, so this is term life. Try to buy only a temporary protections, and then they have, okay, the protections until certain ages. So normally in Hong Kong is until age 75. Okay, so after 75, okay, that means if you die, you cannot receive any money and you cannot buy at all. Okay, but if I try to keep renewing, if I die at the age of 71, so still I can receive that $1 million. That's called term insurance. And then for the second one, is whole life policy that generate the cash value and long guaranteed dividends, which will be normally be increasing during your lifetime. So what is meant by whole life? So for most of the policy in Hong Kong, they determine whole life is 100 years old. 咁一般嘅保險公司 ，OK， 咩叫做終身壽險咧 ？OK， 咁佢就計過啦，終身基本上咧，一般嘅人咧最長命當100歲嘅 ，OK。And by now, because the lifespan getting longer and longer, some of the policy increased to 110. OK， 有啲嘅保單終身列到100歲，有不過唔多。OK, so far the common policy is 100 years old. So what it means, okay, for the whole life is I try to pay the premium. Okay, so for the whole life insurance, actually I pay more premium. Okay, at the earlier age. And part of the premium is tried to subsidize, okay, is for the later age, the compensations. Because for the whole life insurance, I pay the same amount of the premium over that period, okay? But for the whole life insurance policy, what they will do is part of money they will regard it as the cash value that help me to save it, okay, and try to accumulate it. And then, for example, if I live until age 100, 咁如果我真係好長命嘅，去到100歲都仍然在生嘅話，會點啊？ So if the sum insured is $1 million, I will get the $1 million. OK， 咁而個原理就係 whole life 就係保險公司預咗筆錢點都俾你㗎啦。OK， so that's whole life insurance. That is you pay the money, the insurance company try to invest. So anytime you die, you will get the compensations. But if you want to cancel the policy, you can get part of the money back. I will explain more in details, okay? What is the amount, how to know that, okay? What is the cash value and what is the meaning for long guaranteed dividends in the policy? And then as time go by, that cash value will increase. 點解 cash value 一路會隨住年期會增加嘅？點解啊？ Because you keep paying the premium, that means you have more monies, okay, accumulate in that policy, okay, as the saving element. That's why during the lifetime, the cash value, okay, and the long guarantee dividend will keep increasing. And the policy will provide a lump sum benefits, okay, to the beneficiary upon the death of the insured. And one special feature is that the term life insurance doesn't have, which is if for the term life insurance, if you do not buy the policy anymore, you cancel the policy, you receive nothing. 當你咧買一份嘅 term insurance， 淨係買就係嗰一年咧嘅保障嘅啫。當你唔買，你攞唔攞翻錢？攞唔翻啲錢走㗎啦。Okay, you cannot get any money from that. But for whole life insurance, if you surrender the policy， 即係退保嘅話咧，你係攞得翻錢嘅。However, if you surrender too early, so the amount that you try to get it to recover may not be sufficient to cover the amount of premium pay。 咁好多時候咧，當你買嘅人壽保險個 agent 通常嚟講話俾你聽咩時候咧，你個退休嘅基金攞翻錢係最抵咧，就係一般啲人咧，你個人壽保險咧供大概25到30年左右啦。OK， 咁基本上咧，你份保單就叫 break even。咩叫 break even 啊？即係話當你嗰刻你份保單唔再供啦 ，OK，cancel 咗佢，然後你攞翻錢同你供嘅錢一樣嘅。Okay, so this is a lot of the agents will try to say and try to evaluate that policy. That is the time if you don't need any life insurance. So at what time that you will consider you don't need the life insurance? 點解啲人會覺得佢唔需要人壽保險嘅？點解啊？點解 ？For the children's properly, like age 21 or 30 years old, they have a really good income. Okay, the parents no longer need to worry about them. Okay, so actually there's no meaning they need the life insurance. They will try to cancel the policy and receive the money for their own. Okay, so that is the purpose, can be used as the retirement income. Okay, so let's try to look at for the term life. So for the term life insurance, that only give we call the temporary protections. Okay, that means the protection is for the specified period of time. So some term insurance only provide the protection for 1 year. Okay, some are 5 years, some are 10 years. So it depends. But okay, it's only a temporary protections. And remember, term life insurance is a common term, OK， 咁而定期壽險咧一個咧非常之重要咧嘅特定咧嘅保險嘅術語嚟嘅，所以千祈唔好話俾我聽，你買一個 temporary life， 買一個 temporary life 係錯嘅 ，OK？Term life provide temporary protections，OK？定期壽險係只係保障乜嘢？一個給予一個咧暫時性 OK 短期嘅保障嘅啫 OK so that can be for 3 years 5 years so when you stop paying the premium the coverage stop 當你唔交保費就冇㗎啦冇任何錢冇任何嘅 saving element 嘅冇儲蓄成分嘅 OK term insurance there's no saving elements and then there are different options you can choose OK Of course, what happened to the premium with these options? 當如果有呢啲嘅 options 俾你嘅，即係代表咩啊？保費就會越貴。Okay? If you have more and more options, okay, that will reflect in the premium. So what are these options that you can add into the term insurance? The first one called the renewable term. That means that, okay, so regardless of your health conditions, okay, even I buy for 5 years, if I diagnose have cancer, supposedly that means there's higher chance that I will get the compensations, okay? So for the term insurance, if they don't have the renewable term, that means you cannot buy it anymore. 如果你嗰個保單係冇續保嘅條款嘅話，即係話佢見到你有即係有一個病歷，你已經有 cancer 嘅話，一啲嘅絕症嘅話，佢可以唔俾你續保嘅 ，OK？但係如果你有一個買咗呢一份保單係有呢一個續保嘅條款，就算有 cancer 都可以續保。Okay, so regardless of your health conditions, we can renew for another term. Okay, but as I mentioned, it only can renew until normally age 75. Okay, so if you outlive that period, definitely you cannot buy it anymore. And then for the second one, which is called a multi-year level term. Because for the term insurance is try to determine the premium for that period. So we try to look at the risk, okay, whether the insurance company need to pay for the sum insured. So in what cases the risk will be higher? When one getting older and older, definitely the risk will be higher. That's why for the term insurance, supposedly when you get 1 year older and older, you need to pay higher premium for that. But I have a special features for that, okay? I don't want you to have a better budgeting for the insurance money. So maybe you buy a 10-year term insurance. In that 10 years, you pay the same premium. Okay, and actually for the insurance company, they already calculate for the increasing premium. They just take the average. 咁基本上正常嚟講咧，每一年交嘅保費咧都會貴嘅。咁但係每一年交嘅保費都加嘅話，你都煩啦，係咪啊？咁所以佢俾一個嘅條款你就係你買呢10年嘅 term，呢10年嘅保費都係不變。咁其實就將呢10年嘅保費保險公司計完，其實加嘅係幾多？譬如係嗰年係100、1000、1200、1300、1400，攞翻個平均數，將佢 level 咗嘅啫。Okay, so this is the multi-level term, which is same premium for the duration of the policy. And then another feature is that we call the conversion terms, okay? That the policy is convertible. That means that for the policy holder, at certain time period, they can change the term insurance to a permanent coverage that is whole life. So what kind of people, okay, will choose that options? For example, I don't have much budget, okay, my income is low, but I want to guarantee I can buy the life insurance, and later on I will buy the whole life insurance with the saving elements. So you will choose, okay, for the conversion options that later on, okay, if you earn a higher income, you can change your policy to the whole life policy. And then another type we call the decreasing terms. So what kind of people who will buy the decreasing term? So one of the purpose, okay, for buying the insurance is pay the mortgage. So for your mortgage, as time goes by, you pay off more and more mortgage payment. That means the amount that you owe will become less and less. That's why if your purpose is pay off your loan, so you can choose the decreasing term, which is for every year, okay? So supposedly for the term insurance, you need to pay higher premium. But if you pay the same premium, but what happened? For the amount that the compensation will become smaller and smaller as time go by. 即係話你買嗰份嘅定期壽險咧，隨住時間咧個保額咧係越嚟越細嘅。即係話頭一年可能100萬，第二年係95萬，第三年係90萬，如此類推。Okay, that is decreasing term. And then we receive many phone calls from the bank or insurance company. They always want to sell that and make people think, okay, they can have good benefits. We call the return of premium term. Okay, so for example, if at your age 20, supposedly, okay, so 1 year you only need to pay 300, okay, to buy the term life like for 1 million coverage. 正常嚟講，你買300蚊就應該係100萬嘅保障㗎啦。咁但係咧，通常嚟講咧，啲呢一個嘅保險公司就會同你講 ，OK， 你只需要咧每個月咧 ，OK 唔多嘅100蚊食餐飯就冇㗎啦。你就可以買呢一個嘅20年 ，OK 或者10年呢一個嘅定期嘅壽險。咁但係大家諗下，20歲去到30歲年青人 ，OK 離世嘅 probability 究竟有幾大？一定係唔高嘅 ，OK。咁然後佢會話咩咧？到你10年之後咧，你將你呢10年嘅保費俾翻你 ，OK。聽落係咪好抵啊？好似10年攞翻晒啲錢喎，但係其實你1年買同樣嘅保額只需要300蚊嘅啫，你而家需要俾1200蚊，你俾咗4倍嘅價錢，仲要 hold 住要俾10年 ，OK， 然後10年之後你攞翻就係你10年俾嘅保費。咁保險公司靠咩賺錢啊？其實攞咗你嗰每個月嘅100蚊，1年嘅1200蚊，當我有1萬個人買同樣嘅嘢，係咪攞嚟投資咯？投資嘅回報咪當翻1年攞到300蚊嘅 return 嘅，咁咪係個保費咯。Okay, so this is how it works. But actually, you need to know that it try to reduce your cash flow. That means every month you have less money. Okay, you have a long-term financial commitment on that. Okay, and also eat up your purchasing power. 今日1年嘅1200蚊同10年後嘅1200蚊已經係唔同嘅價值啦。Okay, so that's why you need to know about that. So this is one type of the term insurance that sell to the young people. They will say that you are some selected customer. Why you are selected? Because you are young, you have good health. That's why you are being selected, okay, to promote you to this type of the insurance. And then this is the example for the term insurance, how to read the policy. So here we'll know there is the insured. So usually they will base on different factors to determine for the premium. So your gender, your age, and also for the whether you're smoking or non-smoking. So to buy the life insurance, do you know that whether male or female that need to pay a higher premium？ 知唔知買人壽保險嘅話，男性貴啲定係女性貴啲咧 ？Anyone knows? To buy the life insurance， 大家覺得咧，男定女啊？ 男貴啲定係女貴啲啊？買人壽保險點解男會貴啲咧？冇錯啦，OK，because for the average lifespan，女性嘅壽命咧，通常係應該冇記錯係88嘅，男性係唔知84左右，OK，so that's why to buy the life insurance, the male, okay, usually have a higher premium for that, okay? And then how do we know this is term insurance? Because it says here, okay, and this is 10 years term insurance. And how we know that is a term insurance? 除咗睇個 title 嘅時候，仲有啲咩 hints 你知道係 term life 啊？ So you pay the premium until age 75, and the protections only until 75. Okay, 佢個保障只係保障到75歲嘅啫。Okay, so that tell you that this is term insurance, and the sum insured. That means if a young man die, his beneficiaries will receive $2 million. 即係話，當如果受保人咧離世嘅時候咧，呢份保單係會賠200萬嘅。So this one, what are the special features? So this one is say that for the premium, okay, remain unchanged, okay, that is level for 10 years, and after 10 years會 adjust， 每10年咧會調整一次。咁即係呢一份保單有乜嘢嘅 features 啊？頭先啱啱講嘅 ，OK， 1、2、3、4、5，邊一個 features 啊？第二個 features 啦 ，OK，we call this is the multi-year level terms。好啦，第二個啦 ，OK，it guarantee OK the protection until age 75。咁即係邊一個嘅 features 啊？1、2、3、4、5啊？佢 guarantee 係保到75歲嘅一個10年嘅定期壽險，即係有邊個 feature 入邊啊？1、2、3、4、5，冇錯啦，第一個啦，得唔得啊？大家跟唔跟到先 ？OK， so it's renewable. That means young man until 30 years old, he can, even though he has really poor health conditions, he still can buy. Okay, so it's guaranteed renewable. And then the third one is say that it can convertible to the whole life without the evidence of insurability， 即係唔需要可保證明，即係唔需要出示醫生紙啊，就算佢有任何嘅危疾，個健康狀況有改變都好，佢都可以轉做終身壽險。He can purchase the whole life for that. Okay, so that means for this one, we'll have the feature number 3. Okay, is have the conversions options, is convertible. Okay. Any questions so far about the term insurance? 關於定期壽險跟唔跟到先？得唔得？ Okay, right? And then the second one we try to look at is whole life. Whole life is a cash value policy that provide a death benefits as well as the saving component. 咁而咧定期壽險咧，佢淨係保障淨係一樣嘢就係死亡嘅 ，OK， 所以咧即係譬如你20歲買一份嘅 term life 咧，一定係比30歲咧平好多嘅 ，OK，so this is how term life work. And then for whole life is different, okay, mechanism in the insurance company, which is they try to charge you the premium is the same, okay, for your whole life protections. So that's why they relatively at the earlier age, supposedly, okay, you just need to pay $300 per year, but maybe you need to pay $2,000. That $1,700 insurance company will take it. Supposedly, okay, when you are age 60, you need to pay like $7,000, but you are still paying $2,000. Why? Because you have money, okay, that collect from the early years to subsidize, okay, for the increasing premium at the later age. 即係話，如果你買份 term life，正常嚟講，可能60歲你需要1年咧係要俾7000蚊嘅，但係你買緊份 whole life，到你60歲嗰陣時，你都係俾緊1年2000蚊嘅啫。 點解啊？因為你之前其實每年俾多咗千幾蚊㗎嘛，係咪啊？咁一路嘅錢其實 accumulate 咗上去啦。OK，so that is the reason why，that for the whole life insurance have the saving element, and part of the each premium is set aside in the saving account from the insurance company. That's why if you cancel the policy, you are entitled to the accumulative saving， 即係話你之前咧交多咗嘅保費咧，保險公司唔會話你退咗保食咗你啲錢嘅，嗰啲錢其實係 for 將來嘅保費，咁你都唔買份保單咯，你退保咯，所以保險公司會退翻啲錢俾你嘅。Okay, that's why we call it the saving component, which is known as the cash value. Also, what is the special features of the whole life insurance that for your cash value, that is the saving in the insurance company. So it can act as the collateral that you can borrow the money from the insurance company. 我哋知道咧，借錢就係需要睇，之前大家都學過啦，係咪啊？要去睇大家個 credit score 啊，要去睇好多你有冇一份正當嘅收入㗎咁樣。咁有啲人咧真係失業啦，真係冇錢嘅時候打份保單，嗰陣時份保單就幫到佢啦。因為就算你係呢一個嘅冇任何嘅即係呢一個嘅工作 ，OK 入息證明。只要你有份保單，你有個現金價值，你都保險公司一定會借錢俾你嘅 ，OK？ 因為你份保單就係最好嘅抵押品 ，OK？So if you cannot pay off your loan, they can just get the cash value from your insurance company. There's no loss from the insurance company. But this is we consider as a borrowing， 咁唔代表咧。喺你嗰個 cash value 嗰個 cash value 只係叫抵押品，即係抵押品嘅啫。即係當你真係已經係決定咗你冇錢還，佢先至沒收你份保單。唔去到呢一刻，保險公司唔會嘅，一路會計息嘅啫。OK，that's why it's regarding as the loan。OK，so you still need to pay the interest for that. So if based on the insurance company would tell you whether the interest is charged, like daily compounding or monthly compounding, depends on the insurance company. But remember, this is a loan. So for the cash value is only regarded as the collateral. 個 cash value 現金價值只係個抵押品。你可以唔需要入息證明，問保險公司借錢。So what are the types of the whole life that can provide the protections until age 100? The first one we call the strict life or ordinary life. That means that it tries to give the protections for entire life, and then you need to pay the premium as long as you live. 第一種嘅 strict life， 或者叫做普通嘅終身壽險，即係咩意思咧？你一路要供到你唔喺度嗰日，咁就唔使供啦，因為賠俾錢，你賠俾你啊嘛，係咪啊？所以如果你係活到100歲，你要俾錢俾到100歲。This is strict life. And then the second type is limited payment life. But actually, we know that most of the people will not have any income during the retirement age. 一般到65、70歲嘅時候，你都唔想每個月都有呢啲嘅，個個月都要俾錢有呢啲支出㗎啦，係咪啊？咁所以好多人都會揀咧就係我呢一個終身嘅保障咧，用有限嘅時間咧完成晒佢。So you can choose like for the 10 years limited payment whole life, 20 years payment whole life, or pay until 65， 就係俾到65歲嘅買呢個終身嘅保障。So if I also buy 1 million, the protections, so which one will be more expensive? One is the strict life, and second is the limited payment whole life. Which policy that I need to pay a higher premium? 一定係2會貴啲啊！如果我都係買100萬嘅保障，究竟 strict whole life 貴啲啊，定係 limited payment whole life 貴啲啊？冇錯啦，一定係2會貴啲嘅。點解啊？ 同樣嘅保費，我攤分100年去到交，定係用10年去俾，可想而知啦。Okay, so that's the differences. Okay, actually the insurance company will calculate that. And then for another types of the whole life insurance, we call the universal life. So what is the differences between strict life, limit life, and the universal life? For strict life and limited payment life, the premium are level. 喺呢一個嘅普通嘅壽險，同埋咧我哋為之咧呢一個俾到去咧呢一個嘅65歲嘅壽險或者10年嘅終身壽險咧，都係每一年嘅保費都係點啊？一模一樣嘅 ，we call it level premium。OK， 記住我哋亦都係一個術語嚟嘅，乜嘢叫做俾嘅保費係水平式收費，水平式嘅收費即係話個保費係年年一樣，期期一樣 ，level premium。And universal premium that the premium amount may be changed at any time without changing the coverage。而 universal life 同埋之前嗰兩種嘅 whole life 不同之處就係咧個保費咧係會可以咧喺嗰個嘅保單持有人咧可以轉變，即係話你有錢嗰時可以俾嘅保費多啲，冇錢嗰時可以俾嘅保費會係少啲嘅。OK， and also some of the universal life you can also change the coverage as well. You can increase the coverage, okay, at the consent of the insurer. And then why can do that? Because part of the money, the premium goes to the investment account. So for the increase in the cash value, reflect the interest earned on the short-term investment. 咁亦都係咧呢一個 universal life 點解可以咁做咧？就係佢嗰個投資嘅成分咧會係多啲嘅。OK， 咁所以如果投資成分賺到嘅錢咧，可以咧補給喺個保費嗰度，咁所以保費咧亦都可以咧浮動，可能呢個月可以俾多啲，亦都係俾少啲。咁所以如果講求彈性嘅話 ，universal life 俾到嘅彈性會係多啲嘅。咁但係亦都有個唔好處嘅，就係 universal life 咧，佢多啲投資嘅成分，咁即係牽涉嘅人手啦、基金經理啦，做嘅亦都多咗。咁所以咧，佢嗰個嘅行政費用咧，一般亦都比較貴嘅。Okay, so this is we call the 3 types of the insurance. So let's have the summary before today's classes, which is we try to look at the different aspect. Okay, for premium for the term life at the beginning will be really low. Okay, when you are young, you pay the premium because okay for the risk of death at a young age is really low. So at the beginning, premium is low, but it increased with the renewal. But for the whole life, okay, so it's level premium, so that must be higher than the term。即係話，無論係20歲、30歲、40歲咧，你買嗰時候去買一份終身壽險或者買一份 term life，買個 whole life 一定會係貴啲嘅。Okay, at the time that you buy and then for the universal life, okay, the characteristic with level flexible premium, and then. For the term life, only protections for a specified period, and then for whole life is entire life until age 100, and then universal life, actually you can choose too, okay? So you can choose for whole life, you can choose for 10 years, you can choose for 10 years, 20 years, it's totally up to you. And then for the policy benefits, so for the term life only is the sum insured, okay? If you buy 1 million protection, you only receive $1 million. And then for whole life, because you have the cash value that is based on some investment from the insurance company. So for the benefits may have the benefits and also may be higher with the some dividends, eventually a cash and known values. And then for the universal life, that is flexible death benefits, okay, and also eventually have the cash values. And then for the options, that for the term life, that is renewable and convertible. For the whole life, that pay dividends, and also for the insurance policy for the lump sum, and you actually can choose, okay, if I want to surrender the policy and I don't want to receive the lump sum, you can choose another options, which is you buy the insurance in a lower amount, okay, for whole life, okay， 即係話原本你又可以攞翻100萬嘅，你即時間攞個100萬 ，OK， 我嚟做啲乜嘢咧？我買個保額係可能細啲嘅，咁然後咧去繼續有個保障而唔需要交保費啦，等等。And also for the features of universal life that you can that pay the premium and also that provide the minimum death benefits with the flexible premium. And for the advantages, disadvantages, okay, just take a look. I will continue next week. Okay, so I will stop here and then continue for the remaining slide and also the health insurance next week.